What's up, everybody? Mark with Coffee&Toys bringing you another action figure unboxing and review. Today we have a good one, folks, because today we have a 2-for-1 unboxing video. These came in from FedEx, from HasbroPulse.com, and I'm pretty excited because I didn't know they were out yet. I thought they were still on pre-order. I had forgotten about them. I placed my order on Hasbro Pulse, and they showed up on my door a week later. So, of course, I am talking about Star Wars, The Black Series, Darth Malak, and Bastila Shan. Let's talk about it. So yeah, I did not know that these figures were actually already shipping. I'm more shocked that I didn't even have them pre-ordered because I thought I had Darth Malak pre-ordered, but I guess I didn't. I logged on to Hasbro Pulse, was looking at the new stuff, saw they were available, and I ordered them, and I was shocked to see, like, the next day an email saying your order has shipped. So I will never understand Hasbro Pulse and how they determine what ships and when, because it's too confusing. I've spent way too many hours thinking about it. So I'm just glad to have these figures here. Now, talking about Star Wars, the Black Series, the Old Republic, gaming great figures, Bastila, Shan, and Darth Malak. So if you've never played the Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic game, you need to. Here's the crazy thing. I just looked it up. That game has been out for 20 years, and I feel old saying that because it doesn't seem like it was that long ago in my memory that I played it. But I've played Star Wars, the Knights of the Old Republic, many times over. It's a great game that has a great replay value. So if you like RPG elements and you like Star Wars, I highly recommend that game. But we're here to talk about the figures, not the game. So we're going to jump over and we're going to start with looking at the figures in the package. We'll take them out of the package and we'll, see how it goes from then on out. That being said, before we hop over there, I am going to be running that live stream very soon. It is tentatively scheduled for this Sunday. I haven't set a time yet, but if all things go well, I will be doing my live stream giveaways for my subscribers and any viewers that show up. It's going to be running this Sunday. I will run a YouTube short with more information. I'll tweet out about it, and I'll post it on my Facebook, Coffee&Toys. So, with that being said, go ahead and smash the like button real quick before we hop on over, and I'll see you over there. All right, here we have it. We have Star Wars, the Black Series, Gaming Greats, Knights of the Old Republic, Darth Malak, Bastila Shan. So, again, I love this game. It's my favorite Star Wars game, and I love the mythos behind it. And really, these packages show off very well the two figures. Obviously, these are renders of what the figures are inside. They come in the plastic-free packaging, which will soon be going away, so yay! I'm an opener, so I really don't care too much either way. Starting with Darth Malak, of course, like I said, you have that beautiful render there, and you have a picture of him on the side, what do we want to call this? An artwork drawing of him in black and white. And of course, we flip it over to the back, we see that same digital render, and we see it says, Darth Malak was once the apprentice of Darth Revan, a fallen Jedi turned Sith Lord who inspires terror at just the mention of the name. With Revan presumed dead, Malak embarked on his own mission to conquer the galaxy on his own. Of course, we have it in multi-languages. It is number 20 in Gaming Greats. And on the other side, we again see that he comes with his lightsaber, his attached cape, his covering over his mouth, and he stands 6.5 inches tall. Moving over to Bastila Shan, one of the heroes from Knights of the Old Republic. Of course, same thing. We have the rendering on the front showing her double-bladed lightsaber in yellow. Spinning it over to the side, we do see that beautiful artwork of her holding the lightsaber ignited. So very cool. She is number 21 in the series, and of course we have a little bio. Bastila Shan is a brash Jedi Knight during the Jedi Civil War of the Old Republic era. Bastila's affinity with the Force presents a serious threat to Darth Malak and his Sith fleet. So, very cool. And of course we have on the side that she comes with that double-bladed lightsaber, and she stands 5.7 inches tall, so she is quite a bit shorter than Darth Malak. Now we should be able to take these and put them together, and of course it will make a design. I do not know what the rest of the figures are in this series, but I do like how that looks. Now again, I'm an opener, so ultimately this isn't going to be applicable to me, but I do like that they do this. So if you do collect mint on card, mint in package, it would look very cool on your shelf. So we'll give it a final view here of the packaging, and now let's see what the figures are really all about. Okay, we have the figures out of the package, and you can see the scale difference there, the sizing difference, I should say, and the scale that the Black Series folks work with in making figures seem appropriately scaled. I could have said that a lot better, but you know what I'm trying to get at. So, one thing I want to talk about regarding the packaging, because it's a nitpick, but at the same time it's a very minor nitpick. So, Bastila's lightsaber came packaged in this very nicely done cardboard tray that was taped together, to prevent the lightsaber from getting bent and just, I like this. This is very nice. It had hilt and blade in this one, and then the other part of the blade over here. And I was like, this is very nice. Keeps the lightsaber from getting, bent up in the package if, it gets dropped or smashed or something. But then I'm like, that's really cool. And then I go to Darth Malak, and his comes in this. I mean, why couldn't they take a little bit of time to give us something like this for Malak? I don't understand. So Hasbro, if you're watching, let's just put the lightsabers in something like this. It protects them a little better, and I'm sure it's not hurting your bottom line too much. Now, I realize they're going back to the plastic, so it probably won't even matter, but I just wanted to point that out. But that being said, let's dive into looking at these figures. Let's start with ladies first, Bastila. So, I love the face sculpt. It kind of, to me, conveys that brash Jedi Knight like she was. If you're not familiar with the gaming series, she had a special force power that essentially made her top of the class. I can't remember what it was called, but it was like it was basically like kind of seeing into the future and helping predict battles, if I remember correctly. And I can't remember what they called it, unfortunately. Somebody drop a comment down below and let me know what it was called. But it basically made her super special, and she was kind of arrogant about herself because she had that power. But yeah, the figure looks very good. If we let's zoom in on the face a little bit so you can get a nice look at that sculpt, because that's a beautiful face sculpt. And of course, you spin her around and look at the side, and of course the back. They actually had a piece of cardboard between her neck and her ponytails to keep those straight. So I also appreciate that as well. And then of course she's got that hair swooping down over to the left side of her face. Excellent head sculpt, one of the better Star Wars ones actually. So of course we've got these rubberized pieces that are just, well, I thought it was separate, but I guess maybe it's just kind of glued on. These shoulder pauldrons, which are also glued on. She has standard Star Wars articulation, pinless elbows, articulation at the elbow. It's a single pin, but wrist articulation. Zoom out a little bit. And of course, on both sides, she has the thigh cut. She has double jointed pins in the knees, as you can see. Boot cut right there. And of course, rocker ankles. So, and of course, this plasticing goes all the way around her. This is just a beautiful looking figure. Definitely feels old school Jedi, hence the Old Republic. Of course, not only does she do we have the figure, we also have her double-bladed lightsaber, which is the first in the series for this particular mold, I believe. So this is how it came in the packaging. Of course, all you have to do is plug in the other end of the lightsaber, like so. And as you can see, it's very tall. So if I just stand it between the two, you can see just how tall that is. It does not disconnect. If you remember, if you played the game, it was not like Darth Maul's, for example, where it could. Actually, Darth Maul's didn't. It got cut in half, didn't it? But it is something that she would ignite either just like this or double-bladed ignition, but it did not come apart. It was a single hilt. But it looks very well done, and I mean, I got no complaints. Looks excellent. Looks just like it from the video game. So, with that, that's really all she comes with. We will move over to the larger Darth Malak, who, my goodness, just looks like absolutely fearful. First thing I've noticed is they've added a lot more design element to his head, to the damage of his face. And we'll look at that here in a moment. But first, let's just go through the body. Of course, he's got the same type of articulation. He does have this cloth goods helmet. Oh, I'm sorry, this cloth goods cape. And he does have pinless elbows, which are single jointed. And he does have pinless legs. Very nice. Get some good motion there. A little bit hindered by this, I don't know if you want to call this a loincloth or what exactly, but a little bit of hindrance. Can't go too far with the legs, forwards or backwards. But, you know, good elbow articulation. We'll spin him back around here before we go and view the face. See what's going on. Of course, he's got the torso bend, and he also turns at the waist. So, that being said, let's look at this. Let's look at this face sculpt, and we'll zoom in here again so you can get a good look. So, of course, he's got that blue tattoo over his head, and you can see that scarring. They've given him a little. I don't remember it looking like that in the game, going that far up his head. But again, it's been a while since I've played it. And then, of course, it goes up the other side as well. Looking at the front again, we'll go around to the back so you can see how it is over here. And finally, we'll see if we can get the mask off. I'm not really sure how you're supposed to take it off. I assume it comes off. Looks like it might have a hinge right here, yes. Okay, here we go. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, it's two pieces. Interesting. So, it does come off. And there you have it, folks. This is what he looks like. I'm trying to remember in the story how he got his mouth damaged like that, if it was with a fight with Revan or not. Again, I remember, because he takes it off in the game and it looks just like this, but I don't remember all this extra scarring up the head. But you can see where it plugs into the back of his head right here, and they added this nice little metal texture there. I like that a lot. And of course, it's on the other side as well. So, and one more thing, just to show you what it looks like removed. There's the right side, and on the inside it's just red and unpainted. And it has that little R1 inside there for the right-hand side. So, let's zoom in back out, and we will reattach. I like that they made it a kind of a snap-in feature. So, and I like that it's halved, so you can just, if you want to do something crazy and have only half the mask on, you can do that. But it is very cool. I'm enjoying what I'm seeing so far. So there we go. Get it back on there, and looks good as new. So, of course, Darth Malak also comes with a lightsaber of his own. Got to get him standing back up here. And I also want to point out, this is all new sculpting. I don't think any of this is shared for any other figure. I could be wrong. Drop me a comment if you know where this stuff might have been used before. But I gotta imagine they're gonna try to get the most out of their molds and re-release this a few times, maybe in an archive series. But like I was saying, sorry folks, need to drink a coffee there real quick. He does come with his lightsaber, and he is a single red bladed lightsaber user. And again, nothing too fancy, nothing too special about it. Of course, I was about to say, I hope it comes out. So nothing too special. Just like that, you got your blade. Plugs right into the ignition port. And yeah, I don't know if there's any way to connect either lightsaber to either figure. I don't see any place on Darth Malak that would be quickly identifiable as, oh, that's where his lightsaber goes. Oh, I guess we do. Look at that. I missed it. It's right there. So, glad we did that. Let's check it out real quick. So let's remove the blade, and let's put the lightsaber in. I like that. That is nice. So you can just drape that cape over, and it is well hidden. So yeah, there we go. Like I said, he is quite the towering presence. And we'll bring Darth Revan in here at the end, and we'll compare the three and see how they all stack up. Let's see if Bastila had that same feature on hers. And maybe I missed it, but nope. Doesn't seem to. All right, well, there we go. I think that's pretty much all we have to say for the figures themselves individually. Well, let's wrap this up, review with Darth Revan, and do some final thoughts on the two figures. Okay, so here we go. I brought in Darth Revan, and I accessorized Darth Malak and Bastila so that you can see them with their lightsabers and This is a wonderful lineup. I love the fact that we now have a 6-inch Darth Malak and Bastila Shan to go with Darth Revan, because like I said, the Knights of the Old Republic series is my favorite Star Wars video gaming series, and to have these two staples of that line alongside Darth Revan is wonderful. And of course, you can see right now how Darth Malak, it just kind of still towers over Revan. And Revan and Bastila are shockingly very similar in size. I figured Revan would be a little bit taller, but they're actually pretty close. If I were, I mean, you can tell Bastila is a little shorter here, but I think if I didn't have her legs set so far apart, if I actually pushed them closer together, she would be almost the same height as Darth Revan, which is kind of surprising. But yeah, I love these figures. What do you guys think? Are you guys, drop me a comment below. Are you guys picking up these figures? Because I think if you have Darth Revan, you definitely need to get Darth Malak and Bastila. And don't forget, there is actually a hero version of Darth Revan that would look really well with Bastila. And I do have that figure. I just didn't bother to pull him out. But yeah, I am loving what I'm seeing here. These figures look great together. I'm so glad to have purchased them. And you know they're probably going to reuse these figures again in the future. I can't imagine them not, although I'm having a hard time picturing how they would reuse Darth Revan. Because with Bastila, spoiler alert, if you play the game a certain way, she does become a bad guy, and they could definitely reuse this same mold and just do it in a darker color scheme. But yeah, I think this is great, and I'm really happy to have picked these up. Drop me a comment below. Let me know if you guys have played Knights of the Old Republic, if you plan on picking up these figures, or maybe you already got them and I'm, one of the last to get them. But that being said, I'm Mark. You've been watching Coffee with Toys, and I'll see you later.